But it was really cool because every crew, for the most part, was doing the same exact process. Now, each house is a little bit different, but for the most part, if I could show you visually, like we had a house and we'd show them like, okay, where are you parking? Get off. Boom, the mower's here. When they ended at weed whacking, they ended up back at the truck. So the production rates cannot be hit unless you have a system because you're basing on a set system. So it has to be standardized, but the issue is the quality as well. So if you don't have a system and standardized quality that you're teaching each crew to do it the same way, you're going to inevitably have quality issues. So you have to standardize your training and enforce it. And that's where sometimes popping in on the crews to see that is important. So I didn't really answer the question directly, but that is standardized training, standardized quality expectation, and that's what we're rating it to. And that's going to be the key to success. And in the early days, the first week, when we implemented it across everybody, I remember the guy's name. I won't mention it, but he had like 10 or 15 houses in a row. And for some reason in their head, they thought they'd go quicker with the weed. And up north, we don't stick edge really, residential homes. But weed whacking wise, he didn't. So you imagine there's a sidewalk parallel to the street. Well, the sidewalk edge closest to the street, they opted not to weed whack because it was like literally one whole length of sidewalk that as you're driving by in the car, you would never notice it. Like if I were doing a quality inspection, it was never edge because you'd never see it unless you got out. So in their head, they're like, well, we can skip a quarter of this trimming. Quality control is never going to catch it. So those, like the guys who get really crazy, you need to be really clear, like, hey, like, and if we see this, you're going to get called back. And most of the time, the client's going to call you before you even see